We are in the world of AI now. Mm-hmm. Do you think AI will ever have spiritual experiences?
Well, let's start with consciousness, which is the foundation for all mental experiences. So I think if you made a list of all of the manifestations of consciousness, like being able to plan for the future, being able to express a sense of self, knowing where you are in space and time, if you made a list of all of the attributes of consciousness, I think that pretty soon we will have a computer that checks all the boxes. But whether that thing is conscious or not is a totally different question.
In other words, it might look conscious. But
it might look
but
conscious. It might behave like a conscious thing. But when you come down to it, consciousness is a feeling. You know, it's sensation from all of those chemical and electrical exchanges between neurons that's going on. And somehow, in a way that we don't understand, and maybe never will understand, it produces this feeling that we have. The feeling of being present in the world, of having a self, of having memory, of being able to plan for the future, of being able to integrate all these sensations of sight and sound that come in. And I don't know how we can ever know what a computer feels. So start there.
Before we get to spiritual experience.
Before we get to spirituality.
So the verdict is out for you, is what it sounds like. We just don't know. It might happen, but we don't know.
What I'm sure of is that we will be able to build a computer in the future that checks all the boxes of the manifestations of consciousness. But I don't think that we will know whether it's conscious or not.
Unless maybe it starts doing some really weird stuff, because we might just guess it's feeling in some way.
Well, even then, we wouldn't know. But an interesting question for me is that once we build this very advanced AI, and it has all the manifestations of consciousness, do we have any moral obligation to it? And there are ethicists right now who are pondering this, and there'll be more and more in the coming decade. For example, do we have to ask it permission to unplug it? And there'll be all kinds of issues like this that arise as we get the successors to ChatGPT and the future advanced AI.